Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Spectrum Drama. We're going to basically be taking a look at some of the hottest posts of the week and giving our thoughts and basically just breaking them down, having a little moan about it. So let's see what's up. So first up, we have a post from the Eradicator, which is basically 1 week until Citizen and still avocados. So I might as well read this because it's not very long. Guys, CitizenCon is upon the corner and the PTU is still tested by the Cardos, but not by us. They promised it would be released for CitizenCon, but which version? PU or PTU? The wait is unbearable. I want to slaughter some NPCs. So there you go.
Yeah.
What's your take on this?
Okay. So yeah, for those that aren't in the loop, 3.3 is still in Uvocati testing.
Mm-hmm.
They originally pitched 3.3 to release during CitizenCon, I believe it was, which is next week. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
No.
Someone has linked a post here from Chris Roberts saying that they want it to release on 3.3. They mentioned that he said it was going to come out on PTU with CitizenCon, but the post doesn't actually say that.
Right.
So yeah, after Uvocati have tested the first build of it, or first several builds of it, it goes to PTU, and then they start inviting different waves of players in to do some more testing. We haven't got to that part yet. It's still in Uvocati. We can't really talk about Uvocati because it's NDA. Yeah, it's ongoing.
Yeah.
Is it going to release next week? No. Basically.
I mean, that sounds about right. I think people are expecting a little too much. You know, they've got so much going on for them at the minute that I think rushing something out to PTU would be a mistake anyway, because it will just get torn apart. You know, they need to be confident that everything's been thoroughly tested by the avocados before they can give it to the general public. So
yeah, they might release it for the first wave on PTU, which will be concierge members, I believe it is, the people that have given the big bucks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's probably going to be it, if that at all.
Yeah. I mean,
it might be another week or two.
Yeah, it'll come. I think this is the long-standing debate with Star Citizen, is just be patient.
Yeah, they need to stick to their schedule.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. But we know that rarely happens with this development.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out, and we'll see what the fan backlash is going to be about it.
Yeah.
CitizenCon might sort of sugarcoat it a little bit so that people don't kick off too much, but we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully people will just be too enamoured with the new shinies that they give out at CitizenCon, and yeah, they'll give them a bit of slack. So.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what do you think we're going to get on CitizenCon?
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I'm so scared to say anything because I might say, oh yeah, I'm thinking this, and then it'll be like 2 years down the road. So
yeah,
it's a tricky thing to talk about now. But I mean, there's bound to be some big releases. There's bound to be something awesome that they're going to display. But I know that they're starting to give off. They're starting to give off a few hints now. There was a post, I think, the other day about it's like Satterball or whatever it's called. So originally they had this idea of like a Blitzball type game. Oh yeah.
But nothing was said about that for years, and they mentioned it in the same vein as CitizenCon.
Right.
So there might be something about that. And I think there was mention of planetary bodies and atmospheres in a post recently as well. So we might see planet rotation around the sun, maybe.
Would be nice.
Or another planet, maybe. but then we saw Hurston last year, and we're still waiting for that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, when we actually get this stuff is another conversation.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, you have to take everything at CitizenCon with a huge pinch of salt, because they'll say to you, look at this new amazing thing, and everyone will get so rolled up for it, and then they'll be like, and we're going to bring it out in 3 months. And you're like, yes, it's the best thing ever. And then about a year and a half down the line, they're like, soon, very, very soon. And it just... I mean, they don't do a lot, really, I'll be honest, to help themselves when it comes to this, because they do say a lot and then don't really produce, and that is what I think a lot of people are getting annoyed with. So I hope that they don't overshare at CitizenCon and end up getting themselves in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see.
So next up, we've got a post from Speakeasy, titled "Just Say No to Coordinates," and the gist of this, basically, he really hopes that CIG don't implement visible coordinate systems. He says it's too easy to game from the outside. He's hoping basically that we're able to sort of send coordinates in the form of data packages that are interpreted by the nav system. So
I quite like that idea. I kind of get what he means. So if certain areas or locations are fixed on a planet, say, with a fixed coordinate, people can just look it up online, and there's no real discovery going on there.
No.
But what he's, using an in-game data package item, say, would kind of give it a bit more gameplay. I kind of see what he's going for here.
Yeah, and I know obviously people like Data, for example, who says unpopular opinion. The use of coordinates is something that a lot of people are used to and want. It's already used heavily, the problem is that they're looking at it from like a gameplay perspective or a lore perspective, but what we're looking at it from is a more enjoyable perspective. What you don't want is for you to just be able to go, I need to get to there. Well, I just use my Rolodex of useful information. You know what I mean? It just removes the whole aspect of this being a big open world space game. If you just know where you're going all the time, what's the point?
Yeah. Say if you had crashed and I'm trying to find you on comms, you can tell me I crashed in sector 5 of this system. Yeah. Okay, I'll fly over there and then I have to scan for you. Yeah. And that is a gameplay element rather than you just telling me where your coordinates are and then I can pick you up.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Exactly. I mean, where's the fun in that? You want to have to scan. You want to have to actively look. I mean, I know it's a game, but you look at this in real world terms. If I got shot out into space and the only thing I knew is a general location, I mean, there's no possible way that I'm going to just suddenly go, well, I'm at, coordinates X this and Y this. It's not feasible. And I know obviously eventually people will map out space, but it's, let that happen. Let that be an option. Maybe you can map it out, and build up a navigational system that knows places. You have to go there first and adventure. That's my plan. It'd be like WoW. You used to have that thing in WoW where it was like back in the day you'd have to actively go out and find the thing you wanted, and then eventually people realised that there's mods that just give you the XY coordinates of where you want to be, and so then nobody ever had to look for anything ever again. They just went to the bit that and it just removed all of the exploration out of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely don't want Star Citizen to lose their sense of exploration. So.
No. And at the end of the day, I mean, we know that CIG are looking into options for this, and I just want them to pick something that's quick and easy for now. Yeah. If that is coordinates, then fair enough. Just put coordinates in there, and then you can change it later down the line. Yeah. So that CIG's track record of taking ages to get a simple feature in to the game, kind of don't need to do that. Just put something nice, quick and easy in there now, and then develop it later.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. I mean, the problem is that this. I don't think this would be an easy thing to make. You know, because
No.
having visible coordinates makes sense, and it's what most gaming systems use. So then to create something that's obfuscated and running in the background, and you use your UI to essentially use AI to give you the information you're looking for. That's going to be a complicated thing to build, but take 2 years, take 3 years. So long as you do that and then put it in the game, don't just leave us stuck with the ability to go, I'm going to X, Z, element of P.
Yeah.
Boring.
Personally, I'm not a developer, but I would think that just dividing the system up into sectors and then just putting that in the game would be a lot quicker.
Yeah.
That's my view. I'm not a developer, so probably I'm going to get shot for that one.
No, I mean, I can vouch that you're not a developer. I'm definitely not a developer. But I've played enough games to know that, there must be a simplified way to do what we want at the minute and then build on it as time goes on. It must be. Yeah. So, fingers crossed, anyway. So next up, we've got a post from Captain William Troop, who basically says, too many multi-crew. With everyone wanting so many multi-crew ships, this game is going to suffer until AI crew become useful. Not just in the game, but actually useful. And I agree, in a way. How about you?
I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one. Is there too many multi-crew ships? No.
I don't think there's too many.
I think the problem at the moment is that multi-crew ships don't really work.
No, I mean, the features aren't there.
No.
For it to actually work.
Personally, I think there's too many combat ships. But then we know that CIG are not going to release new non-combat ships while systems for them are not in place yet.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I wouldn't say there's too many multi-crew ships. There's just nothing to do in them at the moment.
Yeah, I think that would be my take on it. There's, there aren't too many. I think there's enough. They're just, there isn't anything you can really do with them. Multi-crew really isn't an option at the minute. When it is an option, when all the systems are in place, there's going to be two schools of multi-crew. You're going to have multi-crew with AI, and that's the part he's getting at, I think, with the whole, is it going to work? Who knows? I mean, AI is clever now, but is it clever enough to be part of a useful crew on a ship? We'll see, I suppose.
Yeah.
But as far as actual multi-crew goes, I think they built that with the view that you're going to have these, organisations of people who all get together to play this game. It's not, I mean, it is a solo game if you want it to be, but I think, 90% of the people who play this game are going to want to be a part of something bigger than just themselves. That's the hope, anyway. So fingers crossed that when it all works and works well, we're all in awesome organisations flying around the galaxy, causing trouble.
Okay, so I'm guessing this guy is going to be a solo player, and he actually wants a full multi-crew of AIs.
Yeah.
Which they've said before is doable, but not efficient.
No.
And rightly so. Maybe he should, get involved with some people.
Make some friends. Come make some friends. We'll be your friends.
Yeah, come join our organisation.
Yeah. Crying Cow will love to have you. Yeah. We're small but dedicated.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's too many multi-crew ships at the moment.
No.
You could probably just look up the ship matrix and you'll see that there's I'm going to put a random percentage stat out of my arse right now. 80% are single seater.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
There you are.
Because I remember when I was looking for a multi-crew ship for our videos and just in general, there weren't that many options, and the options that were available were, they all had very specific roles as well. So I think that it's too vague a post when it comes to saying there's too many multi-crew ships. I think it's too vague. But yeah, there just isn't too many.
No.
Basically, but
we've spoken.
You know, we get what you're saying, and hopefully AI will be useful enough to crew with you. But I would say definitely try and make some friends, because I wouldn't expect, even in 5 years' time, for the AI to be good enough to go up against other ships that are manned by people. Basically.
Yeah, maybe. I'd go 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I'm pulling out my arse.
I see your 2 years and I raise you 3. No, no. I mean, you're probably right. I mean, these things come on leaps and bounds, and no doubt, in a couple of years' time, we're going to have some new tech that's just going to make AI scary, like Skynet scary. But yeah, at the moment, I wouldn't assume that running a multi-cruise ship with AI is going to be easy. So.
Yeah.
So next up, we've got a post from Star Citizen Kane, cool name, and it's wishlist ? If you could add or change one thing in Star Citizen, what would it be? Try not to judge other people's wishes too harshly, which is fair because it's a forum and that's what people do. I'll put this up on the screen. You can see what his wishes would be. I think my something that I'd love to see changed now, because this is a bit of a vague question. Do you mean in general, or do you mean as the current state of the game? Because at the moment, for me, it would be to make this multiplayer game more multiplayer friendly. Because I find that I know that we can group, you know, so me and you, we're going a game, you know, we're in a little party. That's great. But all that does is give me the ability to see you occasionally. And that's not enough. I need more. I want to be able to trade. I want to be able to, you know what I mean? There should be just a little bit more focused around multiplayer crews.
Yeah.
That'd be my wish.
They really could put some more time into that actual... It's meant to be an MMO, but at the moment, yeah, working together doesn't really do anything.
No.
It doesn't really work, probably.
Bit of a solo game with a multiplayer afterthought, you know.
Yeah, they could do with that. That's a good one. If I could add or change one thing, it'd be nice if they lowered the ship prices.
Yeah.
But I still probably wouldn't buy any other ships, so not that one. If I could add or change one thing in Star Citizen, it would probably be add some more alien ships for us to fly around in. We've got a couple of Vandals, and there's the Xi'an one, the Kotuao.
Yeah.
And that's it right now. I know there's a couple of Banu ones. There's the Merchantman and the Defender in the making now, but they got announced like years ago.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some new alien ships, new ideas.
That would be cool. Yeah, definitely. I think if there's one thing that this game has over a lot of other games is the fact that it's got this cool, like the art style of all the ships is just so well done, and you see how much effort they put into them. But a lot of the ships do have a tendency to look a lot like, you know, just sort of very symmetrical and very neat, like F1 style fast ships.
Yeah.
And we just need stuff with jutty out bits and scary red lights.
Yeah, some funky looking stuff.
Damn right. I mean, yeah.
The highest upvoted comment here is for the ship modularity, which they originally were going with, so that you pick a Retaliator bomber, say, and you take out the bomb bay and you put in a cargo bay and you turn it into a carrier, a cargo ship. Which, you know, they're not heading that way at the moment. Maybe once the game's released, they might revisit that. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Would be nice.
It would be nice, but yeah, that's not going to happen for now.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few things which, you know, when this was first announced and whatnot, they had big ideas, big dreams, but, you know, I suppose you can't really have everything. Well, I mean, we can, but it just takes a lot of time. So,
Yeah, it's not really essential for the game to get done.
no.
Hopefully they do look at that later.
Yeah, that would be nice. Do you know, that entire time that you were talking, I was finding it very, very difficult not to go, Bombay.
Bombay.
Yeah, because I'm a child. So.
I knew you were going to. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Know me too well. But yeah, no, I mean, there are some cool ideas on this list. I'd say, you know, if you get the opportunity, have a little read. It's quite cool. And there's some things on here which I'd completely forgot weren't there, or, you know, maybe were going to be an option and then aren't, you know. So there's some interesting things on there. It's definitely worth a read.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a funny one. The marketing. I guess the guy would like to change CIG's marketing team.
Yeah.
The little blunders they come up with.
Yeah, it might. It's almost like someone planted a ringer in their marketing team and just went, destroy them from the inside. I don't know. Yeah, maybe one day they'll come up with some interesting idea that we agree with, but
yeah.
Until then, yeah, no, it's a cool post, and I like the idea, you know, of getting everyone's wishes together. Maybe one day we can hand this over to CIG and just say, please, sir, more.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few in there that we know are being worked on. There's a few people here talking about improving the flight model. But we know that's being updated now. Mm-hmm. Should be in 3.3.
Good. There's one actually which kind of bugs me in a way, so I won't say the person's name, but I changed the system for G-forces. Blacking out, redding out is just annoying. Doesn't add anything to my experience, but it does add everything to other people's experiences. But maybe an option to turn it off, although it would give you an advantage over other people. So no, yeah, that's one of those wishes that will never come true. I killed the genie, so yeah.
Unfortunately, some people still want like full-on realism in this game, but it's a game.
Yeah, you need a good mix between like armor and arcade. Do you know what I mean? You need a good mix of fun, but a good mix of realism. And this game does it really well. If you go too far one way or the other, it's going to take away, I think, a lot of the fun aspects of the game. So it's a proper juggling act. So
yeah,
so far so good. But yeah. I do like this. I like this post very much. From Rorinthas. I would stab Scope Creep in the chest with a rusty spoon. Which I think is quite entertaining. So, yeah. The release date.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
someone's
wishing.
Gonna put that in there.
Keep wishing, my friend.
That was too obvious.
Yeah, a little bit. So, last but not least, we've got a post from Kahuna Loa. OCS and long distance sniping, scouting, ? How big do you think each mini server will be? Would people on the ground still be able to see ships in orbit? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Obviously, it depends on the size of the ship.
Yeah.
I would say that they'd have different rules for different size ships. So, yeah, if someone on the ground was trying to scout a tiny Aurora, then yeah, you're not going to see it.
No.
But if there's a capital ship up there, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, I think if you've got the right magnification, and obviously the right atmospheric conditions as well, because you think about it, if you're on a planet, let's say, with a really thick atmosphere and it's overcast and stuff like that, then no. But you know, if you're on a planet and it's a nice clear night and, you know, you can see the stars, then something big enough that reflects light, you should in theory be able to see it, I'd imagine. Whether or not they'll actually put it in.
Yeah, I mean, the game should still render that something's there. It doesn't have to render the, you know, all the details
No.
of what it is straight away. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't.
No, and you can see that in the there's a video linked by Mad Monk, which was one of the original videos for the procedural planets, and at some point he looks through his scope and sees Port Olisar, and I mean that's a rough estimation of Port Olisar. I'm pretty confident that if you kept zooming in, it's not going to look pretty. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's there as a waypoint essentially. So I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
Still, yeah. If something's in your view range, then using the object container streaming, it should render the object. So if you can see it, then you would see it, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, what is this object? What is it? What is this? Never heard of it.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why they would not. Why they would show us that, and I mean, I'm saying this is CIG, so they show us a lot and then go nah. But you know, that's quite a big element to demo and then not use. So I think it will definitely be something we'll see in the future.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Okay, so that's it for this week's episode. We hope you liked our selection, and if there's any opinions you've got about any of these topics, chuck them down in the comments section below. We always respond. It's always good to have a little chat. And if you like the video, press that like button and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. I've been Deathbringer Cow.
And I've been Kryko.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.